Oh, it's Petro Predictions here. Group A. I think this group is going to be more interesting than people realise. Spain should have relative ease with this group, but they'll definitely be tested on the road. Cyprus, they're very hard to break down for a pot 5 team. Georgia have shown they can challenge against pot 2 and pot 3 teams and give them very difficult games. And Norway and Scotland have also shown they can falter. Therefore, I see Spain topping the group and Norway coming in second, reaching the automatic qualification. I think it'll be very close between Norway, Scotland and Georgia. I think it might literally be a matter of 2 points or something. There'll definitely be points taken off each other, tit for tat between those three. And I don't think Spain will really win the group that easily. I think someone like Norway, Scotland could edge that draw or even a win against them. They'll have some issues on the road. And I think Norway above Scotland, I think it actually could come down to goal difference. When you got someone like Haaland, having fabulous 2 or 3 games, just be banging in so many goals. One to watch for, everyone will say Haaland, and of course he's having a fantastic season at Man City, but for me, Kvaratskhelia is looking really phenomenal right now. He's really looking like a complete elite player, very good at looking for those key passes, just very confident on the ball as well. And Ødegaard is looking absolutely phenomenal for Arsenal too. He's been captain for Norway since the age of 22, and he's such a creative player, and it just clearly shows how important he is. Group B, this is probably the most difficult group in the whole qualifiers. The group itself without Gibraltar actually looks like it could have been formed in the tournament itself. Greece, for a pot 4 team, that's very tricky. Probably the best team in pot 4 at the moment. With France's depth in their squad and Netherlands' quality, it's really hard to see beyond these two teams. So I see France topping the group and Netherlands coming in second with the automatic qualification. I do think Ireland or Greece or both could snatch a draw against the Netherlands, hence them in second too. But for Ireland and Greece, France and Netherlands are just too difficult. Sorry, I don't see them making it, but they can always trip up one of the teams or the others, certainly. One to watch, definitely Dumfries. He's been phenomenal for a few seasons now, running up and down those right flanks, and he even likes to cut in actually as well and look for those open spaces. And he's such an integral part to the Dutch play right now. And even Noppert might be quite interesting to watch. He's just about coming into international football, but he looks really comfortable as a goalkeeper, and it might be between him and Lloris of who edges France and Netherlands. Group C, wow, another very skewed group. UEFA loves pitting England and Italy together as well, but if you actually look at Italy and North Macedonia's record against each other, it's pretty even at the moment, so who knows? Against lower caliber teams, England tend to show their attacking prowess very strongly, and they tend to qualify for tournaments with ease. So that's why I see England topping the group in first and Italy in second with the automatic qualification. England tend to score more goals as well than Italy, to be honest. But I definitely see Ukraine and North Macedonia tripping up England or Italy in their own home games. But I'm sorry to say, I can't see it beyond Italy and England for the automatic qualification. One to watch, DiMarco. He's got really good attacking qualities, running up and down that left flank. He's very good at looking for the free spaces as well. It's like he's almost not a defender really at this point. He's been having a great season at Inter Milan right now, and he's fitting into Mancini's attacking play very well for Italy. Bearing in mind, though, in that picture, he looks proper arrogant, doesn't he? Group D. This group is very interesting, as most of the teams in this group are actually going through a transitional phase with their players, a lot of the old ones retiring. So it'll be interesting to see how each team actually plays, what tactics they're going to go with. And if you actually look at some of the results between some of the nations, they're usually close games, actually. Even if they're going through such a transitional phase, Croatia has such quality in all areas of the pitch, and Dalic is such a tactical mastermind, so I do see Croatia topping the group in first. Wales making it second for the automatic qualification place. I think it'll be very close between Wales and Turkey, and I think the games between Wales and Turkey will be the difference, but I do see Latvia or even Armenia tripping up Wales or Turkey. Turkey. One to watch for Mayer. He's very technically gifted, he's comfortable on the ball, happy to run at defenders, and he acted as a great super sub for Croatia, adding that energy to the game. However though, given that a lot of Croatia's old guards will have to be slowly retiring, he should be playing more often. Group E. This is a very strange group, and it's definitely an odd group to predict. Poland usually has ease when it comes to Euro qualifiers. Czech Republic have shown their quality in the last Euros, reaching the quarter-finals. Sometimes in qualifiers though, they do slip up, they do produce good games, they're a bit inconsistent. Albania have also shown that they can challenge the teams that little bit better than them. Difficult one to predict, but I'm going to go with Poland top in the group and Albania coming in second, automatically qualifying ahead of the Czech Republic in third. I do think the Czech Republic are a tactically better team than Albania right now. However, with West Ham and Bayer Leverkusen not having good seasons right now, I do think that's impacting Souček and Schick's form, not doing as well right now, and they are definitely pivotal to Czech Republic. And I think it will be the difference between Czech Republic and Albania of maybe even 1 point, and the games between those two nations will really be the deciders. Someone to watch for Broja. He's very fast, he's good at looking for those open spaces, he's very technically gifted, he's actually a strong athlete, very good at shielding the ball as well, so he's clearly Albania's main attacking focal point, and he's very good at cutting inside as well, and the way he cuts inside reminds me of Iron Robin, where it's actually really predictable what he's going to do, cut inside, go for a shot, but again, still troubles defenders somehow. Group F. I think anything could happen between Belgium, Austria and Sweden, and it'll be very interesting how Belgium play within this group. That will test them, whether they cling on to those old guards they've trusted for so long, or whether they'll get rid of the deadwood and trust in just completely youthful players. The 5 most recent fixtures between Sweden and Austria has produced very mixed results, and there's been goals in every single one of those games, so we're probably in for good games between those two again. Sweden are coming into these qualifiers on bad form. They've been relegated from the Nations League again. That's back-to-back relegations in the Nations League for them. They were in League A at some point and now they're in League C. And under Jana Henderson, they just don't look as good anymore. There's incoherence, a bit of confusion in the style of play as well. And they've actually got really good attacking players right now, Sweden, but he doesn't seem to be getting the best out of them. And weirdly enough, for the first time I think I've ever seen, Sweden are defensively bad. They really need to fix this problem. And that's the main reason really why I see Belgium finishing top in the group and Austria coming in second, qualifying directly ahead of Sweden. And to be fair, Austria under Radnik do look more cohesive as a squad. But yeah, Sweden seem to have those better quality players. They're just not playing well right now. But Sweden do tend to do well in qualifiers, especially in the Euro qualifiers. But the last World Cup qualifiers, they were in pole position to qualify automatically. And then they lost their last few games and then they lost out in the playoffs. So really, this group could go either way, and I think this group is very difficult to predict. One to watch for in this group is Schlager. He's a very integral part in the Austrian midfield, a very good box-to-box midfield, can collect the ball from defence, and does create opportunities up front, actually. And he's been on good form with Leipzig, and he's playing well under Marco Rosa. Group G. First glance at this, it looks like a group you'd find in a European Water Polo Championship or something. Apart from Lithuania, the countries are relatively near each other, so travel shouldn't be an issue. And of course, without the Nations League's ranking system, we would have never had such a peculiar group. If you look at the recent results between the teams in this group, they're actually really even. Hungary, Serbia, very even at the moment. Serbia just about edging Montenegro, but always close games. Hungary, Montenegro... Actually, Montenegro edging Hungary on no. And even Bulgaria could be within the mix there. So this group will have a lot of taking points off each other, tit for tat in this group. So it will be a close group. When pitted in relatively even groups, Serbia tend to do well in qualification and they actually top their group. As for Hungary, they do really well against the elite nations, put up a great fight. But when it comes to teams just below their caliber, sometimes they just don't produce the results and they can really be their worst enemy. So that's why I see Serbia topping the group in first, Hungary just about coming in second, reaching that automatic qualification. And I think the goal flare between Hungary, Montenegro, I think that will also be the difference, as I do think Hungary's attack is better than Montenegro's, and that will be a major factor. Player to watch for in Group G, I'm stuck between two, so I'm going to mention both anyway. So first one, Szoboszlai. He's had his injury issues in the past, but under Marco Rose, he looks really good at Leipzig right now, and he's always such a goal threat for Hungary. And I feel like this is the type of group where Szoboszlai can really place his mark on, really. And Vlahovic for Serbia. He's got good service from the great Serbian midfield. The experienced pair with Mitrovic there. He will be scoring goals. Group H, another really interesting looking group. And this group I'm going to dub Battle of Parking the Bus, because there is a lot of defence-minded teams within this group, so it is going to be a low-scoring group. Denmark should have ease with this group, but the issue there for Denmark is that this is actually a bad group for their preparations of the Euros. In terms of tactical play and quality between Pot 2 Team Finland all the way to Pot 5 Team Northern Ireland, there's really little difference between these four teams, and I see it being really close, though I do see Denmark topping the group, Slovenia edging it in second. And the main reason for this is I do think Slovenia has that little bit more firepower. However, Michael O'Neill coming back to Northern Ireland is a massive boost for Northern Ireland. He just seems to understand the players well, always gets the best out of Northern Irish players. So I see it being really close, and I literally think between Northern Ireland and Slovenia it will be a matter of a point. And the difference between Slovenia to Kazakhstan, I see it literally being 3 points between second place and fifth place. One player to watch, Šeško, and he's a big reason why I have Slovenia coming in second in this group. He's only 19, he's playing regularly for Salzburg, he cemented himself into the Slovenian squad well, scoring numerous goals last year, and he's just so technically gifted, he's comfortable dribbling, he's got really good shooting, and he's confident on taking on defenders as well. Group I, man, I'm loving these Euro qualification groups. Some of these groups like GHI, really close between most of the teams in the group. And then you've got other groups that have like elite nations pitted together. Group I seems similar to Group H of how the Pot 1 team Switzerland will have ease with this group, though it will be bad preparation for the tournament itself. Not so much Belarus, but Pot 2 Israel to Pot 4 Kosovo. I see it being really close between these three teams. They'll take points off each other, and they're more attack-minded kind of teams. Their defenses are much weaker than those of Group H as well, so I do expect to see goals. I see Switzerland topping the group comfortably, and I do see Romania qualifying in second, just over Israel and Kosovo. I think Romania are just a bit more attacking and a bit more successful in their attacks compared to Israel and Kosovo, but between those three teams I see it again being literally 1 point, 2 point, max 3 point difference. It'll be close for second place. To watch for in this group, who also seems to play well for Salzburg, Okafor. He acts like a super sub for Switzerland actually. He's strong, powerful, very good at finding those crosses even into the box and even going for the runs himself. And especially in this group where Switzerland should have relative ease, they should be playing someone young like Okafor more often, build his confidence. Group J, well, Roberto Martinez is very lucky to have this group. He will be able to experiment very well between many Portuguese players. Portugal should really have relative ease with this group, though I do think they will be tested, especially in some of their away games. Bosnia, they keep on doing this yo-yo thing of being in good form, bad form, but at the moment they're in good form, and especially against teams of their own caliber, they do well and get the results they need. Slovakia had an awful Nations League campaign, but I think they'll realise that and they'll play much better at this qualifiers. Iceland, they're not too great, but you can never rule them out in a group especially like this. And Luxembourg, hey, they always give Pot 3, Pot 4 teams, even Pot 2 teams a real challenge. So I see Portugal topping the group with ease. And I do see Bosnia coming in second, actually. I don't think it'll be that close between Bosnia and Slovakia and the other teams. I don't see Bosnia losing twice to Slovakia, but I do see Luxembourg actually provoking Bosnia, and definitely Slovakia and Iceland. One to watch for, I would say, is Raphael Leon. He's very good at running into spaces, finding that space, very skillful, technically gifted, fast, and it'll be very interesting to see how Roberto Martinez plays him, even though he worked out well as a super sub in the World Cup and for Portugal usually, though it would be interesting to see him play more, and this is a good group to play him in. Here you have my predictions for the Euro 2024 qualifying campaign. Which group do you think will have the most surprising results and be the most unpredictable? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video.